Welcome today to begin anew. This is an awesome day. This has been an awesome month. This is the second month in February, so we've been celebrating a month of love. And I know my heart is kind of a little twisted, but we've been talking about love. Love here. We've been getting out cards. People have been showing the love, getting candy and taking out on dates, and couples have been sharing that endless love for one another. So today we're going to talk about that selfless love. Love not just for your mate, but love for you, yourself, and your family and friends as well. Relationships in general. We're going to talk about it on today. Selfless love. Can't wait. So today we're talking about selfless love. And when you think about the definition of selfless, that is someone that is putting their needs above anyone else and not really thinking about themselves. When you think about someone does a selfless act, they are it's a person who has done something beyond and thinking beyond themselves. So when you think about selfless love, think of people who gives love and not think about what's given back in return. That they're giving love and it's pure. When you have that deep affection for someone, and it's not just for your mate. We've been celebrating February and it's been the month of love. And around February the 14th and the holidays, the restaurants are packed. People are buying flowers. The husbands and boyfriends are out buying gifts, and then you have this time wherein you see the couples, they may have been mad at one another, but now they reuniting and coming together because of this special day, and it's celebrated. But how is that continually given throughout, the year? How is that continually given whenever, when things are going on? And do you ever see that continual selfless love that is given out? And when people are in relationships, because we are meant to be relational, no matter of how we can say or what we, say, well, I'm good all by myself. We are meant to be relational people. That is the reason why we were created. We were created with a purpose to be relational. That's the reason why we have families, and family connections are so important. And when there is family discord, it causes problems. That's why, when people have friends that are best friends and then something happens and they're no longer friends anymore, it begins to cause problems and hurt and disappointment and pain, because we are relational people and we want to be connected. You have many people who live those type of lives and think that they don't need anyone, but when you have a good relationships and good relationships are built, they are able to build you up or to tear you down. We all have experienced a point in time wherein we have felt some genuine love, whether it has been from our mother, our father, our sister, our best friends, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. We all have felt that genuine love, and it feels good to know that when you can call on somebody and it's selfless, when you can call on somebody and you know that they're going to be there, when you call on somebody and you know that they're going to have your back and they are for you, they are truly supporting you. It's truly good to be able to have that genuine love felt, not just with tangible things, but with real, true love. So we're going to talk a little bit about, selfless love. Like, what is it truly to have that selfless love? What is it to keep pushing and keep going in that selfless love? Because first and foremost, you always have to take a look back at yourself. Because for us to be able to love others, we have to be able to have love within ourselves. We have to have love within us so we can pour out and be able to love other people. So when you say, okay, I have the selfless love, we have people who are constantly givers, constantly people who are giving out. And sometimes you feel unappreciated because you are constantly giving out. But you have to know that first and foremost, that selfless love has to start within. That selfless love has to start with you loving yourself first. Because if we don't have that selfless love, we tend to allow ourselves to get connected to relationships and people that are going to cause hurt and to cause pain. And we're not having our guards up appropriately. We're not setting appropriate boundaries. We're constantly giving, whether it be giving ourselves, in relationships, or you have family members that constantly call upon you and you know that they're going to continually ask you for things and that you're going to do. You have those people that will continually take from you, and you get in relationships that are more harmful than good because we are continually allowing that love that we have not within ourselves and loving ourselves first and foremost so we can love people appropriately. It's all about having that healthy love within yourself. So if you don't have that selfless love within you, wherein, when you said, I'm going to put my needs before everyone else, but I know that first and foremost, as you pour out to people, you have to know that your pitcher has to be full as well. So whether you're filling yourself up with, taking time out for you, whether you're filling yourself up with setting appropriate boundaries and doing some self-evaluation, whether it's you doing a self-check on, okay, now what is it that I haven't given out? Is this relationship really good for me? And being able to step away from relationships and people that aren't doing any good for me, and knowing that I can develop healthy relationships, that I don't have to have a wall up. Many of us, and I have been guilty of it one time in my life, of having a wall up because I don't want to let anyone in because I don't want to get hurt again. Especially if you are a person that is a giver. You are that person that constantly gives out, and you are that person that's going to continue to look out for people. When you're constantly giving out and people are constantly taking, you tend to set up a wall, which is a barrier to protect myself because I have to protect me. But what I encourage is to set healthy and appropriate boundaries. So if you don't have that selfless love within you, then it's hard to be able to give out selflessly to other people. So we have to continue to look at within ourselves and knowing that, number one, I have myself in priority and I'm loving myself first and foremost, to not allow myself to settle for anything, to allow myself to get healthy connections, to allow myself to be able to expand and know that even though I may have been hurt in the past, I don't have to have a wall up. I don't have to be negative and think that every person is going to come into my life is going to hurt me, because there are some people that are good out there, but a lot of times we don't allow them in and allow the good to happen because of the hurt and the pain that we have experienced. So if there is an area where selfless love needs to be built, some things that you can do, as I said, is to do a self-evaluation. Take some time out for you. Have a day to pamper yourself. Fill yourself up. So then when you are able to give, it's given in a healthy way. That when you are able to give, that it is given appropriately. That when you develop relationships, they are healthy relationships and they are healthy boundaries. That not only discernment is being used, but I'm also using wisdom in developing healthy relationships and knowing and people who they are and accepting them and not expecting anything else different. That's what selfless love within myself. So then you say, well, I'm in a relationship and I love my mate, and we've been dating for some time, or we just met one another and we're having a good time. So I want to know, like, how can I get to having this selfless love? Number one, in a relationship, when you're with someone, you have to keep the fire burning. And a lot of times when people get in relationships, we tend to get comfortable. We tend to get a little relaxed, especially if you've been with somebody for a while. And you know how, when you first start dating somebody, you have, ladies, we have on our makeup, men, you have on your best outfit. You want to make sure, that you, stay, dressed up nice. You have on your best outfit. And then once you all get in a relationship, you get a little comfortable. Ladies, we aren't wearing, the nice little outfits for, our men anymore. Men, we get a little relaxed. You're not wearing everything. You're not taking care of yourself. You're staying in the gym. Now you're not going to the gym as much. You have to keep that fire burning. You have to continually date your mate. Just like you took that time to get them, the effort that you took to get them, the effort that you took to show them that you were the one, the effort that you took to make sure that you got it signed and sealed and that you're going to put it on lockdown, that is what you have to do to keep your relationship going. And you have to do that even more because there's so many temptations out there and there are so many things that can get your mind distracted that if you don't keep your focus and continually date your mate, you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice to continue to love in spite of I do not feel like I like them right now. I have to continue to love even though my feelings were hurt. I can't love based upon my feelings because feelings will have you all over the place. Some days I feel like getting up and I feel like working and I'm going to do what I need to do and I'm going to work on my goals. Some days I want to lay in the bed and I just want to put the covers over my face and I just want to just lay down and not be bothered with people some days. So you cannot go by your feelings. You have to make a choice to continue to love. You have to make a choice to say, I'm going to remain faithful. You have to make a choice to say, I'm not going to let this bring us down. You have to make a choice to stay committed in a relationship. Keep that fire burning. Keep going. Set some time aside to make sure that your mate is courted, that your mate, have that special time. Learn the love language. Because sometimes, men will say, well, I've tried to do this and it seems like anything that I do, they're not happy. But make sure that love language that, that you're speaking to, that love language that helps them, to nurture them, to make them feel wanted, to make them feel loved. If her love language and his love language is, cooking a nice meal, take time out, and it doesn't have to be anything planned, have something spontaneous. Fix a nice little meal for them. If their love language is for the brothers, sometimes you take out the trash. If it's for you, sometimes that love language to say, oh, you came home, the house is clean, the trash is taken out, dishes are washed, laundry's done, folded up. That is sometimes someone's love language. Not necessarily monetary things or those things. The things that we truly remember, you think of, you reflect just with you. The things that you remember, even with your family, your friends, memories that you made, those things were intangible things. With me cooking with my grandmother and me, well, I wasn't cooking. She was baking and I was doing the tasting. So, with me baking with my grandmother and, her in the kitchen, I remember those things. That was nothing that could be bought. With my dad, us taking rides on the back of his truck and him trying to, scare us on the back of the truck, and the time that I spent with my dad, that's intangible. The time that I spent with my mom and us laughing together on the phone, us spending time together and a family coming together and playing cards together, money cannot buy that. So always remember that those things are some of the things that matters. And then if you are a person, that just recently just went through a divorce and you're having a hard time struggling, you're having a hard time, dealing with, and you are in that grieving process, I encourage you to first and foremost get to know the new you again and know that it is okay to grieve. If you have been in that relationship for years, it's going to take time to recoup. It's going to take time to grieve and work through that process, but you can make it through. Just knowing that it is okay to cry, that it is okay to sometimes feel that hurt, but you have to allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel that pain, but continue to move forward. Get connected with some groups that's going to help you. Get connected. There are some divorce groups that are in the areas. Get in, in your local area. So get with some groups that's going to help you to be able to move forward. Not to say to go to the divorce groups to get connected with somebody, because you want to be able to be at a point when you are healed enough. So when you go into the next relationship or the next thing, the next move or area in your life, that you are in a healthy state of mind. That you are healed from that previous relationship and not taking a lot of excess baggage, because we're taking baggage wherever we go. We may say that we don't take anything and I'm working through this and it's okay, but we take something from every relationship. But we have to make a choice of, am I going to take those negative things that has happened to me and I'm going to allow that as a learning opportunity and growth? Or am I going to take those negative things and say, okay, well, I'm not going to trust anybody anymore. And if somebody does something that is similar to what you experienced before, and I'm bringing up the past, and then the person in your new relationship is reliving the same thing that you did, that you experienced in your previous relationship, that I haven't truly been able to heal from it. So I have to encourage you to allow yourself to heal, even if it's from a divorce or previous relationships. I remember that song from Erykah Badu, and it resonated with me when she said to pack light. And she was saying that, girl, you're going to carry all those bags, dragging all those bags like that. And basically what she was saying is, do not hold on to all those things from your past, because at the end of the day, you continually hold on those things and bring it to the next relationship. It says one day, all these bags are going to get in your way and they're going to take up your space. So you have to know that you have to pack light to move forward, to move in that next relationship, that thing for you. And if you have gone and you're going through a divorce, and I know it may have been some hurt, I know it may have been some pain, try to allow yourself to heal, because many people have children that are involved, and you want to try to have it to a place wherein you're co-parenting in a different way, that your children aren't affected in the midst of the situation, because the children are already dealing with, the separation. They're dealing with trying to, live with, mom and dad is no longer in the home. So they have a lot of other things that they have to deal with. So supporting them and being that best you is very important, because when you're going to the point where you're wanting to blend in families, you want to do it and be in a healthier way. So allow yourself to heal. Allow your family to heal. And there's nothing wrong with getting counseling if you need that support. There's nothing wrong with, going to seek support if you need that extra help to get along the way. But allow yourself to heal first before you can move forward. And all the single people, yes, single in 2017, in 2018, 2016, 2003, 2000. Oh gosh, it is so totally different than it was in the 80s, in the 90s, and the 70s. But at the same time, embrace your singleness and enjoy your time. Do not stop living because you are in this state. I remember last year, I had put up my Christmas tree, and my niece was like, okay, so why are you putting up a Christmas tree? One reason why is I'm not going to wait until I have a mate or children to celebrate and to live. I'm not going to wait to say, oh, well, I'll buy a house whenever I get, a mate. I chose to live my life and enjoy life today. I have chosen that I'm going to love Michelle and not stop living because I'm not in a relationship or I'm not with a mate. So I encourage you, and some tips on that is to live. Live for you. Continue to live your life. Continue to enjoy life. Continue to work on you, develop yourself. Not just prepare yourself as a husband or a wife, but just prepare yourself for that best you. So when that time comes and you are able to date your mate, you have prepared yourself, you have worked on yourself. So by the time you all are able to come together as one, you will be one in one, coming together as one, and not be a half person waiting for someone to fill a void within your life. Taking that time for you to get to know you. You know, people a lot of times will say, well, focus on your career. Well, it's good to focus on your career. It's good to prepare. It's good to work on you. But knowing that you don't have to settle. You don't have to go out on all of these dates. You know, men are entertaining people that you know that aren't in, you know, that's healthy for you. You know, sometimes people fill up voids and things that they may feel because they want to be, you know, in a relationship, or they say, well, I'm just doing this for the meantime. Do not invest in a temporary situation that can bring a lifetime of consequences. Let me say that again because I want you all to catch it. And this is for anybody who are dealing in relationships. Do not allow a temporary investment cause you to go into a lifetime of consequences. Choose your circle wisely. Whether it be your circles with your friends, whether it be your circles with your family, whether it be your circles of people that you're choosing to date, knowing that you have a choice, but make your investments wisely. Because what you're going to invest in, something is going to come out. So selfless love, loving ourselves, giving out to others, friendships. If there are friendships, what is that I need to reconnect with that? Family. How can I have a healthy relationship with my family, a healthier relationship with my family? What can I do to make memories, those intangible memories that I can make? What are those things that I can do to show my children that I love them, besides saying I'm going to buy you, a game, or, I'm going to buy you the new shoes and new outfits? What is it that I can do to make memories? What is it that I can do as children to show to my parents that I appreciate them, as opposed to saying, I'm going to buy this gift for you, or, spending time with them? What is it that I can do, in relationships with families, even extended families, and spending that time, going to spend time with your family, enjoying those intangible moments will be what's important. And then, with friendships, developing healthy relationships and friendships with people, and knowing that sometimes I may have to let some people go in 2018. I may need to let and move some situations. Sometimes people are for seasons and reasons in your life. They may not need to stay, but I continually love them. I may have to make some shifting and move some things around, but it's okay. Continue to move forward in 2018. Show that selfless love, not just to you, but also to your mate. And if you're single, ready to mingle, looking towards that, that time. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to love me. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to develop healthy relationships. If I'm recently divorced, I'm going to continue to work towards that too. I'm going to have that selfless love, and I'm going to continue to move forward. So my motivational thought for today is, like I said before, don't make a temporary investment that can give you a lifetime of consequences. Invest your time, your energy wisely. You all have a great day. Be blessed. And if you would like to have any coaching sessions with me personally, Or if you want to say, Michelle, I need to get a fresh start, I do have a program called Begin Anew Detox Program that is self-paced. You could take it online at your own time, your own schedule, at your own, pace and everything. So look me up on www.anewhealthsolutions.com. Again, www.anewhealthsolutions.com. I am Dr. Michelle Harris. I thank you all for tuning in on today, that you're going to begin anew. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.